Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we are riding up to our house in Fort Pierce, and a little bit of truth moment here. I have been videoing footage all along, but forgot to turn the microphone on.
No microphone.
Forgot to turn the microphone on, so, you know, got a lot of footage of the demo, which I am happy to show and include in this video, but, yeah, all of my explanations and, you know, Dan's talking and the whole 9 yards is not included because the microphone was not on. Good times. It's just, you know, par for the course over here. So, first and foremost, couple of people, family members, have asked us why we decided to remove that second floor. And so, you know, one of my videos was going to be, you know, the removal of the second floor and a little bit more of an explanation as to why we were removing it. So I'm going to go, Dan is actually going to go into that for a little bit here. The long and short of it, for those of you who don't know, Dan is a general contractor, but he specializes in the shell work. So when we bought this house, mind you too, the home we live in now, Dan built when he was 21, 22 years old. Dan built that house. So he's really, for his whole adult life, only ever known living in a home that he built. He trusts, obviously, his own work. But he is not what is considered a start to finish builder. He specializes in the structural work. So the block, walls, concrete driveways, roof, trusses, really the meat and bones of the house. And he always kind of jokes and says, when it comes to picking out cabinets and tile, I'm out. So, in purchasing this home and in knowing that the home we live in now was built by Dan when he was basically a kid, it was really hard for him to fathom the idea of living in a house that was not what he would consider to be structurally sound to his, you know, standards. So that's why I feel we ultimately removed the second floor. I think it has a lot to do with it, but I'm gonna let my husband tell you why from, you know, general contractor, scientific standpoint, why he decided it was not indeed something that he wanted to keep intact. So with that said, here is Mr. Dan explaining why we decided to remove that, what was it, 300 square feet?
Bigger than that.
Like 4 or 5? It was basically like a 400 or 500 square foot room. It had a full bathroom, shower, toilet, sink, walk-in closet, a wall closet. I mean, it was a significant size room. And so, Mr. Dan,
it's not scientific, first off. It's just for industry standards. It was just junk. It wasn't built right. They built the old wood frame walls right on top of the existing flat roof, which had about a 4.5, 5-inch pitch in it from the front to the back. So the whole room had a pitch in the floor. The ceiling pitched. Nothing was strapped, nothing was braced. There was no sheathing of plywood on the outside of the walls or nothing. No lateral bracing, no strapping, nothing. They literally built the walls right on top.
Well, this is why this is why I don't ask Mr. Dan questions, because when I do, it goes into explanations that I literally need a friggin' nap from.
It's no good. I told you it was junk.
What was that? Repeat?
It's junk.
Okay.
It costs more money to bring it up to speed, up to today's industry standards, than it was to just get rid of it. So I just
boom. Okay. Why we can't say things like that from the beginning when I ask Mr. Dan questions is
told you that.
Dude.
I already told you, I just don't listen.
No. Okay. So anyways, so long story short, with regard to the second story, it was junk.
It's gone.
So the second story is gone. Okay, so that said, we get to the first story. So we were originally going to keep pretty much all of the walls intact, right?
We're keeping all the masonry walls intact. We're cutting the header heights above the openings to allow for raised door window heights.
Okay.
Also change the elevation height of the beam. And
The
in doing
roof.
So,
Yeah. Okay. So lots of the permitting process in St. Lucie County is a little bit more in depth than it is in Palm Beach County, which is what Dan is used to, of course, because that's where the majority of his work is done. So we really just wanted to get the process started. So in getting the process started, that basically meant we wanted to get our permit into the county, and then we decided we would make revisions kind of on the fly as we went, as we saw fit. So that's where the first story comes into the equation. There's a lot of changes to be made.
But we submitted for permit with a very general set of drawings, get the permit process moving, and we'll go in with a revision with how we actually plan on moving forward with the construction of the home.
Okay, so we'll see you guys at the house and show you our revised plan. Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. The thunder under the hood of this pig is just phenomenal.
So we got quite the mess here.
It's no mess. Not better than what it was.
Nope.
House left either.
What's that?
Not much of the house left either.
Yeah, you want to explain that?
It's amazing what you can get done with the exploratory demo permit. we got into the drywall for exploratory demo. I realized that the second story was compromised, so it had to come down, followed up by the first floor because it just wasn't happening. Then I had to relocate some of the masonry openings in the front and raise the header heights up, so I just took it all down. It's better than trying to piece it together.
So I don't know if you guys remember how the plans looked before, nice and clean. Here is a good visual of
Dan's chicken scratch.
Dan's chicken scratch. Yeah, thank you, honey. So we have quite a significant amount of revisions, hence the reason many of these walls came down. Poor Dan, I call it our destruction site. Anyways, I thought you guys might want to learn why we decided to take down so many walls. And so we're definitely going to hear from Mr. Dan, but his descriptions tend to get a little bit scientific and confusing sometimes because this is what he does for work. So I'm kind of going to tell you in layman's terms what we decided to change and why walls had to come down as a result. So with that said, let's take a walk around. So as you may recall, right about here is where you came in the front door previously, and there was a ton of walls here, both for the master back to the guest room. There was a family room there, and then living room, kitchen, and dining room, or what it was gonna be the living room, kitchen, dining room, and then the garage way over there. So I guess it's probably easiest to start over here. So we decided to do some double French door coming out of the family room to what is going to be the back patio over there where Dan is loading up some aluminum. So because we decided to make that a double French door, Dan removed that whole wall because the header height of the wall was a little bit too low. Back in the 50s, they weren't as high. And so he decided to remove that whole wall to allow for a double glass door there. This used to be the garage. It was a one-car garage, plus sort of, you know, a little laundry area. But the kitchen is gonna be, I'm gonna back up a little bit so you can see, the kitchen is gonna be roughly right here. along with a dining room that faces out to the water. So after a lot of deliberation, we decided to make the kitchen, that we're gonna have a door, like a pass-through door off the kitchen that's gonna lead into an AC'd laundry room slash pantry, and then a third bedroom slash office. So as much as it is just us, we did think that adding a third bedroom and or office would be ideal, especially for guests. So who's gonna be the first one to come up and stay in the third bedroom? That's the real important question. So that wall used to be, that far wall used to be a single garage door. We're actually gonna be infilling that with about a 6 foot wide window. So 6 feet by whatever it is, 5 feet tall. So we took that wall down to allow for the window instead of the garage door. And then here with this wall, and actually all of these walls across the whole front, we are raising the header height. So anyways, they used to stop at about 6'8" tall. Now they will be 8 feet tall. So a good extra foot in height. And so both from us looking out and you know, looking from at the front of the house, it'll be a lot, the glass will be taller. So we took that wall out, this wall out, and the master bedroom wall out, because we'll be moving the header height up all the way around the house to allow for the windows to be taller. This used to be a single door, front door here, and then 3 jalousie windows in the middle. Instead, it's now gonna be a double glass door entry here with a window on each side. So that whole front basically will be glass. Right here is the master bedroom. That is going to be, the window used to be over here off center with the wall. We wanted to center that window instead and make it wider and taller. So we took down the whole wall to make for a wider and taller window. So interior walls we decided to take out because we are changing the dimensions of some of these rooms. And typically interior walls are not block anyway. And because Dan is going to make the exterior structure so impervious to the elements, it's okay for us to have interior walls that are not block. That's actually not common anyway. Typically they're just framed up with wood and done with finished with drywall. I don't know if you recall, but I'm now in the master bedroom basically, and we used to be able to walk into the master bathroom here, and it was a double vanity and then a toilet and then the shower. So instead, we're actually going to be walking down a hallway here to get to the master bedroom, and when you enter the bedroom there will be a door here, and then it'll be vanity, toilet, shower against the wall. So there won't be an extra door that's not necessary in the master bedroom anymore. It'll be in a hallway leading into the bedroom. Guest bedroom is pretty much staying, guest bath and bedroom is pretty much staying the same with regard to layout, except for the fact that we are filling this window in and making this one a little bit larger. Gonna have closets across the whole guest bedroom wall here. And then this wall here, family room, was jalousie windows. We removed all of those, and we're going to do 2 side-by-side larger openings there. So they'll be taller and wider and up to date. And then the biggest change with regard to this renovation is the fact that we decided to make the ceiling height taller, because we're going to be doing coffered ceilings in the living room and family room, and then a vaulted ceiling in the kitchen. So in order to do that, we had to obviously remove the roof and remove all of the perimeter block around the whole exterior of the house, because we're going to be bringing that roof up. With that said, this is what we're dealing with now. I'll back up so you can see. So we are pretty much down to a slab and a couple of walls. So I'm gonna help Dan catch y'all on the flip.
No matter what county you're in, even just St. Lucie County, ain't a big deal. They're just building departments are painting.
The peanut gallery over here all of a sudden wants to comment.
Well, you keep rambling about the building department, baby.
Dude, this guy. So I guess I'll just say that.
Yeah, that's nothing to do with the building department, baby.
Keep in mind, Aunt Tina loves this, and so does your mom.
I know what I'm getting at. Shit going on and on about it. You don't go on. That's why. You want to get in the building department, the process moving. You make your changes with revisions. You're good. We got our demo permit ready to rock and roll. We're doing some demo. That's what we're doing. We're doing demo.
So anyways,
Okay,
so see, how come you don't say it's shit like that?
They're rambling on about this, that, and the other in the building department. You don't need to.
Okay.
We submitted with a very general set of drawings to get into the building department. We'll go in with revisions for what we're actually doing in the field. Boom.
I can't go back on this tape. You know that, right?
I don't. We didn't know what reason to go back for. Now I'm not real good at this explaining situation in Jagan, baby.
Okay, so. Stop. You are an idiot. My God, our neighbors are gonna love us.